Alright traders, a very warm welcome to you all. Thank you all for tuning into this video. So today we'll be discussing about the Holy Grail Trading Setup. This was inspired by Mark from UK Spread Betting, and personally this is one of my favorite setups out there. I've uploaded a ton of material on YouTube about different strategies and different concepts, but I think this is the most hard-hitting strategy out there that you can try in your own setup. The beauty about this strategy is that there are a couple of rules involved, and if we follow these rules, the success ratio becomes large. At the same time, we can use this for swing trading, we can use this for intraday, and any segment on any time frame. So it's fully flexible. So without further ado, let's get into it. So we have four rules that we have to discuss before we get into the working of the strategy. Number one, we need a trending market. And rule number one says ADX, the average directional index, should be trading above 30. So let me give you an idea what ADX is all about. ADX is an indicator, it tells you about what is the strength of the trend in the market, whether the market is trending or whether the market is consolidating. It doesn't tell you about the direction of the trend. It will not tell you whether the trend is up or the trend is down, but it will just tell you if you are in a trending market or if you're in a consolidated sideways market. So just to give you an idea, if ADX, there's no hard and fast rules in ADX, but if ADX trades around 20 or below 20, something like that, this indicates a sideways market, as you can see in this example on the charts of HDFC Bank. And if the ADX is above 30 or above 2025 for some traders, it indicates a strong trending market. So, trade ADX above 30 doesn't indicate upward market. It will tell you that whatever the trend is, it is strong. So in this case, we had a downward market. So trend was strong because ADX was trading above 20 and 25. In this strategy, I want ADX filter to be above 30. So just, you can take a horizontal line and plot the 30 number on the ADX. So you will be concerned in this strategy only when ADX is above 30, indicating a strong trend. If you're not comfortable with ADX, you can try RSI or any other indicator that you want. But the basic idea is you want a trending market and not a sideways market, right? Rule number two, we will be plotting a 20 period exponential moving average, 20 period EMA. So we want to wait for a retracement or a pullback towards that 20 EMA. A lot of people ask me whether we should use EMA or we should use a simple moving average. What's the difference? I'll give you a little bit background about that as well. EMA is the exponential moving average, the SMA is the simple moving average. So simple moving average gives equal weightage to the price, whatever is the time frame, whatever is the period involved. SMA, the simple moving average, will give you that's a simple moving average, equal weightage to all the periods. In an exponential moving average, it is going to give more weightage to the most recent price. So basically, I would suggest if you are a long term person, you can use a simple moving average because you are not concerned about what's the weight of the stock right now in the last couple of days. But EMA becomes quite important if you're an intraday or a swing trader because in exponential moving average, you will be giving more weightage to the current market price. So things will be more responsive and more, it'll be more interactive with you in such a way. So EMA is good for intraday and swing. SMA is good for long-term investments. So again, coming to the rule number two, you want to wait for a pullback towards a 20 period EMA, which is denoted by the blue line. So what's the stop loss and what's the target? In this example, I'm looking at a sell entry. I'll have another example for a buy entry as well. I will be selling below the low of the previous candle and stop loss is above the high. So looks all confusing, but let's dive right into the strategy so that you can get an idea of what it's like. Number one, ADX above 30. Whenever ADX goes above 30, get alert, get in the trade. So, things have exploded all of a sudden. ADX goes above 30. So, there's an expansion in volatility. So, now you want a contraction. You want to wait for rule number two, which tells you wait for a pullback. So, this is the pullback coming towards the 20 period exponential moving average. That's the rule number two. It is being satisfied over here. when do you sell? Or what is the stop loss? Let's talk about the rule number 3. Stop loss is the newly formed swing high. So the stop loss will be the swing high. I'll be denoting it with a horizontal line, and it's that point. This swing high right over here is the stop loss. That's the new swing high that is formed by that pullback. When do I take a trade? I will be selling. Why am I selling? Because the trend is down. I'm taking resistance at the 20 EMA. I will be selling below the low of the previous candle. So let me again mark that with a horizontal line. So this is the 20 EMA retracement. The previous candle is this one. So this becomes the low of the previous candle. So whenever you go below that low, so somewhere over here, you are looking for a sell entry. You have a stop loss over here. So that's around a 7 to 8 rupees stop loss, and the target can be as per your convenience. So I would say when the entry goes in your favor, you can trail the stop loss or exit at a predefined target. And this was a great example on HDFC Bank charts on the 5-minute time frame around 30th of July. So just a couple of days back, amazing entry. ADX above 30 giving you indication of a trending market. Number 2, you need a pullback towards that 20 EMA. Stop loss is that swing high, and you will be selling when you are going below the previous candle. So the previous candle is this green candle. When the low is broken, take a short entry, enjoy that juice, enjoy that profit that you will be getting in this trade. And as you know it, when the markets are trending, you will be taking a good resistance at the 20 EMA. You can keep on trailing the 20 EMA and keep on enjoying that market. A lot of people ask me, can I take an entry here also? Yes, you can, because in this example also, you have ADX above 30. But I will not be taking an entry around here when the ADX goes below 30. This is something I'm not bothered about, because if you look about it, already markets have gone down so much, so the selling pressure will subside. You will not be getting that much selling after a long move towards the down. So try to get the entry in the first or the second pullback, because selling pressure is high at that time. Let me look at another couple examples so this thing becomes hammered in your head. So now I'm looking at the charts of Nifty 50 on the 5-minute time frame again. This is today's market, 4th of August. I use the same strategy today also to make money in the market. So let me discuss about how you can use this strategy on the buy side. Rule number 1, ADX above 30. So if you see, I am not concerned about this period. You can see price is retracing towards the 20 EMA, but I am not concerned about this movement. I think I have not altered the value of the 20 moving average. Let me make this the 20 number, right? So you can see price has retraced towards the 20 EMA, but we are not concerned at this point because ADX was below 30. So this is something that is very important in your trading setup. Things might be following some of the rules, but you want discipline in the market, because if there is no discipline, things can go wrong. We want to remove that losing entries and get that proper buying profit or selling profit. So this was not a good signal, because even though rule number 2 is satisfied, rule number 1 is being broken. Ignore this. So markets today immediately scalped up, gave a quite a bit of a pullback. So rule number 1, ADX above 30. You have a great ADX trading in the 40 zone. Trending market, check. Rule number 2, wait for a pullback towards 20 EMA. You're trailing below the, you're coming back towards that 20 EMA. That's rule number 2, check. Rule number 3, now you're in a buy side position. You will be placing a stop loss below the low now. So this is a swing low. You will be placing a stop loss below that low. Let me just mark that area. So that will be your stop loss just at that swing low that you have formed right now. What's the buy? The buy will be above the prior candle high. So this is the stop loss. That's the prior candle high. Buy will be when you go above this candle, and once you are going above the candle, initiate the buy entry, keep that stop loss tight, and you can scalp that movement. This was a great profit that we got on the 5-minute chart on Nifty today using this setup that I'm teaching you right now. It's really effective if you are following all the 4 rules that I've mentioned in this video. Right. So another example would be something, over here, because ADX was quite trending around 40 zones. You waited for a good pullback. You kept a stop loss on that swing low, and you will be buying when this prior high is broken. So we got that small movement. But if you look about it, price did retrace back again, but we never hit our stop loss. So we actually, if we didn't exit the trade, we got a very, very sweet movement. I will not be entering at this point because rule number one is not satisfied. ADX below 30, you're not concerned. But this again was a really good entry when you went back to the 20 EMA, put a stop loss at the swing low, bought at that prior candle high and scalped that movement. Let me show you one last example. This is on the charts of Titan on the daily time frame. So a lot of people ask me, can I use this concept on swing trading or long-term trading? You can. Titan on the 1 day time frame, great company. Rules are the same, 20 EMA. Number one, you want a ADX above 30. So in this example, we can see price is retracing back to the 20 EMA. But will I take an entry here? No, I can't. ADX is below 30. Ignore this entry, number one. Number two, ignore this entry as well. ADX below 30. Can I take this entry? I will not be taking personally. It's at 26. Rule number one is not satisfied. So, I'm very rigid when it comes to the rules, because if things don't go your way, you can really get a big loss. So you have to be very disciplined and very rigid when it comes to the rules that we are giving you. Uh, what about this price? You might take this entry, but again, ADX was around 29. So probably I will not be taking this entry as well. But this right here was a great, great entry. ADX clearly trading above 30, so it indicates a good trending market on the daily time frame. You are looking for the rule number two, a pullback towards the 20 EMA. What's the stop loss like? So you can see a pullback towards the 20 EMA. A stop loss would be the swing low that has been formed. So that's the stop loss, a swing low. The buy entry comes when you are going above that previous candle high. So that's the swing low on this candle. The previous candle high would be something over here. Yeah, right. Sorry, it's a little bit problem with my trading view. Yeah. So that's the stop loss at the swing low. The buy will be above this previous candle high. So when it crosses that high at 1111, I will be taking a buy entry on Titan, scalp that profit, a great 60-70 point movement on Titan, and you can again enjoy that profit. Another example right over here on Titan. This was again on the 18th of June 2019. ADX trades above 30. Check. You take a pullback towards the 20 EMA. Check. Stop loss will be at that swing low. Check. You are buying at the prior candle high. So somewhere here you are buying. Take a good entry at 1274. Get in the market. Get in the trade. Keep your stop loss. Trail it. Enjoy the movement of around 70-80 bucks in a couple of days. So that's what the Holy Grail trading setup is like. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Are there any more filters that you're adding to this, or are there any other indicators or anything else that you are using in this strategy? Are you getting profitable? So if you like this video, do comment, like, and share, and subscribe to our channel so that we can keep on helping you in your trading journey. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.